extensive challenge question number 1 in lesson 9. There are two cuboid iron blocks A and B. The base area of cuboid A is 20 square centimeters and the height is 5. So let me mark that height for you. This is 5 centimeters. And the base area of cube B is 10 centimeters. This is 10. This is 10 square centimeters. And also the height is 8. The height is 8 centimeters. Some water is poured into a cuboid glass tank with a base of 50 square centimeters and a height of 15. The height of water is 6. So that means we can get the volume of water first. That equals to the height times by the area of this tank, base area of the tank, which is 50 times by 6. You got 300 cubic centimeters. Okay, that's the volume of water. After putting blocks A and B into glass, now what's the height of water? Okay, guys, if you take a look of this shape, we can cut that through this way. And that way you're going to divide this shape of water into two parts. And both parts, you got a hollow, the volume, the shape of that water. So as for this part 1, let's call that part 1. This is part 2. Do we know the volume of water in part 1? So let's say part 1, the volume of water equals to the height of water, which is 5 centimeters, right? Times by the area of the base of the hollow, and you can use 50, which the base of this tank take away the base of the area of that block A, so you minus 20. Then we'll know that the volume of water in part 1 will be 150 cubic centimeters. And now for part 2, the volume of water then equals to, this is total volume of water, right? So use 300 minus 150, you got 150 cubic centimeters as well. But in part 2, we know that it's also hollow and the base area will be different. So let's see what's the area of that base. You have to use let's see, the base of the tank is 50, but you have to take away the base of this block B, which is 10. So you got 40 square centimeters. So that's the area of the part 2 base. Okay, and now you can get the height of the water in part 2. We use 150, right? Divide by the area of part 2 base, which is 40. And let's see what's the height of that. After the division, we got 3.75 centimeters. And now you can combine the height of part 1 and part 2 to get the answer. So the height of water then equals to 5 centimeters. This part 1, right? This is 5. And for part 2, you add 3.75. So the answer equals to 8.75 centimeters. That's the final answer to the question.